Donald J. Trump, a name synonymous with disruption, controversy, and an uncanny ability to defy expectations. In 2024, he did it again. Trump reclaimed the presidency, proving his enduring appeal and the potent force of his unique brand of populism. It was a stunning return to power, a real-life political thriller that captivated the nation. His victory, however, was no accident. It was the culmination of a meticulously crafted campaign, shrewd political maneuvering, and a keen understanding of the anxieties and aspirations of a deeply divided nation. Trump, a man who thrives on spectacle and controversy, knew he had to silence the doubters, even within his own party. He had to erase the stain of January 6th, the day his supporters stormed the Capitol. And he had to convince America that he, despite his flaws and his baggage, was the answer to their anxieties. The 2024 election was more than just a contest for the White House. It was a referendum on Trump himself. It was a test of whether America was ready to embrace him again, to forgive his transgressions, and to put their faith in his promise to make America great again. His victory sent shockwaves through the political establishment, leaving pundits and analysts scrambling for answers. But for Trump, it was simply the culmination of a carefully orchestrated comeback, a testament to his resilience and his unwavering belief in his own destiny. Trump's 2024 campaign was a whirlwind of rallies, fiery speeches, and relentless attacks on his opponents. It was a campaign that tapped into the anxieties and frustrations of a nation grappling with economic uncertainty, cultural shifts, and political polarization. He dubbed it the 72 Days of Fury, a nod to his relentless energy and his determination to leave no stone unturned in his quest for victory. Gone were the days of questioning the validity of mail-in voting. Trump, ever the pragmatist, recognized the need to adapt to the changing electoral landscape. He encouraged his supporters to vote early, to vote often, and to utilize every legal avenue available to ensure their voices were heard. He understood that victory lay not just in energizing his base, but in expanding it, in persuading those who may have been skeptical in the past to give him another chance. The campaign trail was a familiar sight: massive rallies, fervent supporters, and Trump, a showman in his element, feeding off the energy of the crowd. He hammered home his message of economic nationalism, promising to bring back jobs, renegotiate trade deals, and put American workers first. He appealed to cultural conservatives, vowing to protect traditional values and fight against what he saw as an assault on American identity. He painted a stark choice for voters: a return to greatness with Trump or a descent into chaos and decline with his opponents. Behind the scenes, a team of seasoned political operatives worked tirelessly to ensure Trump's return to the White House. Susie Wiles, a Florida strategist known for her sharp political instincts, served as his campaign manager, orchestrating the campaign's ground game and messaging. Mike Waltz, a former Green Beret and congressman, brought his foreign policy expertise to the table, shaping Trump's vision for a more assertive America on the world stage. J.D. Vance, the best-selling author and newly elected senator from Ohio, emerged as a key surrogate, appealing to working-class voters and articulating Trump's populist message. But it wasn't just seasoned political strategists who aided Trump's ascent. His campaign received a significant boost from unconventional allies. Elon Musk, the enigmatic tech mogul, threw his support behind Trump, utilizing his vast social media platform, X, formerly Twitter, to amplify Trump's message and connect directly with millions of voters. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a scion of the Kennedy dynasty and a vocal critic of establishment politics, endorsed Trump in a surprising move, lending his name and credibility to a candidate who had long been considered an outsider. These endorsements, unexpected and unconventional, underscored the breadth of Trump's appeal and his ability to forge alliances across ideological lines. They also highlighted the shifting sands of American politics, where traditional party affiliations and ideological boundaries seemed increasingly fluid. Trump, once a disruptor, had become a magnet for those who felt disillusioned by the status quo, regardless of their political pedigree. Trump's victory speech was a mix of triumphalism and a promise for a return to his America. He pledged to restore law and order, to rebuild the economy, and to put America first in all things. His vision for America was clear: a nation that was strong, independent, and unafraid to assert its dominance on the world stage. He promised to be a president for all Americans, but his words rang hollow to many who feared his divisive rhetoric and his authoritarian tendencies. The days following his victory were met with a mix of anxiety and anticipation. His cabinet appointments, a mix of loyalists and firebrands, sent shockwaves through Washington. Pete Hegseth, a Fox News commentator with no government experience, was tapped to lead the Pentagon. Tulsi Gabbard, a former congresswoman and a controversial figure on the left, was named Director of National Intelligence. Kash Patel, a Trump loyalist with a history of pushing fringe theories, was appointed to head the FBI. These appointments, met with resistance from even within his own party, signaled a willingness to prioritize loyalty over experience and to further consolidate his power. Trump's promise to pardon those involved in the January 6th Capitol riot, to dismantle much of the federal bureaucracy, and to further tighten immigration enforcement, including the potential use of the military for mass deportations, stoked fears of an increasingly authoritarian turn. As Trump settles back into the Oval Office, the world watches with a mix of fascination and trepidation. His unpredictability, once a source of anxiety, is now amplified by the power he wields. Whether he will govern as a pragmatist or a demagogue, whether he will heal the divisions in American society or further exacerbate them, remains to be seen. One thing is certain: America, and indeed the world, is in for a tumultuous ride with Donald J. Trump back at the helm.